Hi everybody, welcome to Living Better with Carrie Bond. I'm here talking today about my Devacut experience and the aftermath of that Devacut. When I got back home, checked out my hair, tried to do my hair myself in the method that they had shown me, and I wanted to talk to you about the results of that. So if you're thinking about getting a Devacut, or if you have recently gotten a Devacut, you might be hating your hair or you might be loving it. I'm hoping you love it. But if you are just considering whether or not to get one, you might want to consider some things about a Devacut that I experienced that you will probably experience when you get home as well. So number one is that you might get home and you might realize, look, I just don't like my hair curly. That was me for years. I just hated my hair curly. And let me tell you, when you get home from getting a Devacurl cut, if you are not used to wearing your hair curly, you're going to be in for kind of a surprise because your curls are going to look a lot different. They're not going to be forced. They're going to just curl naturally. And I really don't know very many people that just wake up and they're in love with their hair or the way they look in the morning, or just in a natural state. Most of us have to work for it. So it might be that you just don't actually like the way the curls look on your head or with your face shape. So it might just be, hey, this is not for me. And that's something you might want to consider because your hair is going to be curly. Okay, another thing is that the stylist, she doesn't know you. So if this is your first cut, or likely doesn't know you anyway, so if she's cutting your hair for the first time, you know, she's not going to maybe know how your hair lays all the time or what kind of struggles you have. You have to be really conversational with her and talk with her about all of those things. But nonetheless, even with all those things being said or talked about, the person doesn't know you or doesn't really know your hair, so you have to be mindful of that, just knowing that, hey, this person hasn't worked on my hair before. So okay, number two that you want to consider is that the drying time for your hair is going to be a lot longer, and that's because in the process of a curly girl haircut, they want you to air dry as much as possible and as often as possible. If you can use the diffuser if you choose to, but they really are encouraging you to stay away from heat products. So the drying time with the air drying, of course, is going to be a lot more. And I even let my hair air dry prior to having the curly girl method being used on my hair, and the drying time for that was just a lot quicker because of the curly girl method and the conditioning process. Your hair dries a lot faster if you are not doing the curly girl method. So air drying takes a lot longer, and so does using the diffuser, because your hair contains a lot more moisture in it than what it used to, most likely. Another thing to consider is that the products that they encourage you to use, which is Devacurl products, they're great products. I love them. They're all water soluble. They wash out very easy and don't leave buildup in your hair. So they're terrific products. They're good for your hair. But I was told that my gel, the Devacurl Archangel gel, would probably last me, I think that the lady said like 3 to 6 months. And it's been a month since I got the Devacut, and I'm down to like a quarter of a bottle. So the product is going very quickly, and I don't even think that I'm using as much product as what she did when I was in the salon. So, okay, another thing that you want to think about is that when you are using the curly girl method, your hair is going to look a lot shorter than what it normally does, most likely, because your hair shrinks up to its natural curl state, and it just becomes tighter and shorter. I went to the salon, and when I had my Devacurl cut, she did not cut a lot of length off. She barely, just cut the ends off and just trimmed up the areas that needed trimmed. And I thought my hair was just gonna remain long, but it doesn't. It shrinks up, and your hair is a lot shorter because of the natural curl state. So that's another thing that you want to think about, because you're going to lose a lot of length in using this process. So if you have clicked on the video above or just even seen the picture of me prior to getting my hair cut to this length, I'll tell you the story behind that. I came home and the Devacut was so different for me, and my hair was about this length probably when it was dry, and drug my eyes down. It seemed like it dragged my features down. So that actual length wasn't good for me, and neither was the way the curls just fell. So I hated that part of it. And I went to my a friend of mine that cuts hair, and she cut my hair short and stacked it into this bob, and it's cute, and I feel refreshed. And I am doing the curly girl method now with this shorter haircut, and I think it looks tons better. So you can't just get a DevaCurl cut and then give up on the fact that your hair is just in this weird state now, because it is going to look so different, and you might not be in love with it, but you can work with it, and it is so much healthier for your hair. So I am, the stylist had asked me to not use heating products for at least 6 months, I think she said, and that I would see beautiful changes in my hair and beautiful curls, and just my hair would be a lot more healthy. And so I am trying to stick with that. Anyway, those are some things to think about with the Devacut that you will likely experience. I know I did, and you can also just find ways to fix those little things. Like if you don't like the way your curls look just framing your face, you know, straighten out those parts a little bit. You can do that just by blowing it out with a hairbrush or whatever. You don't have to use the flat iron, so which is what they don't want you to use. So work with it, try different styles, and you'll probably find that you will it's suitable to you and that you'll like it. So it is very healthy for your hair, and I've gotten lots of compliments about the curls and how good they look. So anyway, good luck. Let me know what you think and what your experiences are, because that was my first DevaCurl cut, and I wondered if anybody else had those problems or those experiences. I would love to hear about it. So comment or click subscribe, and we will see you again. Thanks.